Hello, listeners. Welcome to this week's episode of Infamous Eternal Champions. I'm Jeremy. I'm here with my most awesome co hosts, Aaron and Kenny. Kenny, are you feeling any better?
No, sick as fuck. Thank you.
Was it from all the losses you took the other day, or what? I
Uh,
mean, do you just get sick?
I only took one loss the other day, right?
I don't know. I don't pay attention after I beat you and throw you to the curb.
Wait a minute.
Oh, did you take more than one loss?
So-
Oh,
no, I took just the one. I
shit.
beat Aaron, and then I beat Josh, and I lost to you.
Oh, okay. Okay,
That's what it
good.
was.
Whew. God damn, we're going to have to mark that on the calendar.
I mean, the week before that, I lost twice. So I mean,
Hmm. All
I'm
right, so
not
you're
Aaron. I
beatable.
don't
You're
win
vulnerable.
89% of my games.
Have you
You
tried?
don't document that.
Well,
So you're getting better then. You're not feeling as bad.
no, I was pretty bad Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Watching the game where I couldn't yell at the TV was pretty miserable.
Ugh. Okay. Aaron, how's your day going?
It's going fine.
Pretty standard issue, staring at the monitor, clicking a button.
I mean, I did a couple things like productive. Did finances. Sent in my
Wild
Blood Bowl
Path of Exile?
roster. No, I didn't do anything. I didn't play at all until I had my shit done by like 9:30 this morning. So
What Blood Bowl
that's
roster?
By
what's
9
called,
a.m.
That's what's called prioritizing like a fucking dolt.
Oh.
Dude, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I'll log in when I get to work, and it will be 8 o'clock in the morning, and I will see Aaron and other people playing that game. I'm like, this is some commitment like I've never seen.
It's not commitment; it's addiction. There's a clear delineation, Jeremy.
You set your alarm, you're like 7 a.m., time to get up. The coffee maker goes off. You squeeze an orange. You pull up to the desk and start like bashing your head away. Okay,
I
got it.
don't even think he takes the time to do that. I think he's peeing and then grabbing whatever beverage he can grab and a Pop-Tart like a college student and running downstairs and then playing the game.
Do not waste time. Do not waste time.
Oh, see, look, I'm right. A fucking
Oh,
Pop-Tart.
he
Oh
has a
my
Pop-Tart.
god.
I did.
It's
Pop-Tart.
really
Holding
astonishing how well I
a
know you.
Pop-Tart.
I mean, I waited long enough for the Keurig to make the coffee this morning.
Yeah.
Grabbed
Which
the
is-
Pop Tarts and
Which is 45 seconds.
didn't eat until I made some snacks to eat while I podcast. So
God damn it.
God.
It's astonishing how well I know you. Grabbed a Pop-Tart, have his whatever beverage. Boom, nailed it.
Hmm.
I don't mind being predictable.
Yeah.
If anything, predictable.
How about you, Jeremy? How are
Okay.
you doing?
Man, I'm telling you, I don't know. I go into work, immediately get confronted by my dining room manager with, "Hey, we need to talk." Don't do that, by the way. Like, that's the worst way to start a day. I was like, "Okay, let's talk." Cook is being rude and mean. Okay, well, Cook is rude and mean ever since the 7 years they've been here. I don't know what's going to change. So she gets yelled at all the time for being rude and mean. So we get to have this conversation. We all sit together, have a conversation. Please stop being mean. Can you please stop being mean for the love of God? Crying, crying, crying. Okay, good. Please stop being mean. Then I go down and talk to my boss and have a conversation about several things, holiday related, whatever. And then my boss says, "Hey, did you talk to anyone about the letter?" And I was like, "What? What letter?" Someone gave a letter of uh, when I called Jeremy on his day off, he was rude and mean and wasn't helpful or something of the sorts. Yeah, this fucking front desk called me about a maintenance issue, and I was with my children on a Saturday, which I get my kids every other Saturday. They called me saying the pipes were clogged, something was broken in the sink, and my response was, "I'm not maintenance. Why are you calling me?" They had a fit about it. I tried to walk through it, whatever, and they just had a fit about it. I realized I was being a dick. 10 minutes later, I called back and I said, "Hey, I know you called me. My head wasn't in the right place. I was being a dick. I'm so sorry. And then they were like, yeah, I get it. No problem. No problem. If I thought, if I realized that you weren't maintenance and all of that, I wouldn't have called you. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We're cool. My boss tells a story to me about how I was simply an asshole for no reason. I said, oh, did they tell you that I called back and said, gosh, I was in the wrong place or in the wrong headspace, and I am sorry? Can you guess if they did that?
Ooh, I want to guess.
Yeah, Aaron, go ahead.
I think they did. They were responsible, and they did.
Oh, Kenny, you want to try? You want to try this game?
I think that they they put out a message before you called them back and said, "Hey, he was an asshole." And now they can't go back on it because it makes them look bad.
Probably very much. When when I said, "Hey, is Tammy still there? She might be able to work this out." She said, "No, I don't know anyone named Tammy, but there is an Asian woman upstairs." I said, "That's fucking Tammy." So yeah, this was a really great person working. Anyway, I yelled at someone for being mean, and then I got yelled at for being mean. So here you go. I'm going to go with about a 5. I'm at about a 5.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call that the circle of life.
Hey, it's comeuppance. Whatever. I still get paid. Fuck it. What are they going to do to me?
Pretty much.
All right. So moving on, let's talk some Judgment. In new news, there's a bracket getting made of all the people who are getting ready to participate at LVO. Did you check that out?
Bracket?
I have not yet.
I'm excited to see the bracket. Actually, I so badly want to put money on that bracket.
I mean,
That's because gambling's legal in Kansas, and I just love betting on shit. That would be so much fun. Everybody buys a page for like $5 or whatever, and you get in a pool. That would be sweet.
so they're doing an actual bracket, like rated 1 versus rated 16 or whatever.
I really don't know. It just I think it was GamerDad said that they're gonna make a bracket or something and post it up.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I think that I love it. Like I love anticipation like that. I think that's a lot of fun. Instead of just arriving and being like, random. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're doing that or not. But if they are, cool.
I'm not a part of the secret Illuminati handshake club or whatever that makes all this stuff up, so I don't know either.
We just get to sit back and watch. That's pretty cool.
This is what I heard. I just heard about it just now from you, and I would be surprised if they did that, but I don't know if I have an opinion on it.
Okay. Was there anything else new that kind of popped up? Any new rules, questions, or anything like that you noticed?
I didn't notice anything, and I'm sure Aaron has not read anything on the Discords.
He hasn't had time. There's not enough time.
No time for Aaron.
I do have to occasionally go to the bathroom throughout the day. Just saying.
Oh my god!
And
you know what?
When you're in there, you're on your phone looking at spreadsheets.
No, I don't look at spreadsheets on my phone. Too small.
Kenny, do you realize how privileged we are right now to be capturing this time with the Aaron?
I feel like I'm a very important person right now. We're getting Aaron's time, and it's premium. This is prime Path of Exile time right now.
It's worth orbs. How many orbs is it worth?
I am actively getting worse while not playing. You are not wrong.
It's probably 1.5 orbs is being spent right now just talking to us.
You guys are gonna make me want to quit the podcast. Just keep going. You're playing with fire. That's all I'm saying.
You're right there going, you know what? The value of this really isn't working out for me.
I hadn't thought about it, but if you're going to keep harping on it.
We are taking precious spreadsheet time.
Oh, okay. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Kenny. We'll be here by ourselves. I was thinking, when we were playing Friday, Kenny, you were getting awfully worked up in your games. I was wondering is there a Kenny's Corner coming out? It seemed like you were pretty frustrated.
I mean, I was frustrated?
Yes.
Fuck, dude, I
Is
don't
this a
remember.
really?
I've had a fucking weird weekend. Like I said, I've been
Okay.
sick, so I don't remember. What was I? Was I being a little salty?
I I mean, you were winning your games mostly and complaining mostly.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't
I
realize I
thought
was
maybe it was
being.
just an I thought maybe it was just an Ista thing and you needed to get some more new shit off your chest.
Uh, was I playing against Ista?
I don't know. Like I thought maybe it was haunting you.
Dude, I guess I must have blacked out on Friday because I don't remember. I remember playing Aaron first, and Aaron being very mad at me, but I was probably being salty. Uh, I played you, and then I played Josh, and
Hmm.
I don't remember much of what happened in any of those games.
Do you remember the Mexican restaurant we ate at after
Oh,
that
I do
charged
remember
me
that.
$30
uh,
for just nothing?
no, I mean they charged you $13 for what they said was a 16 ounce, which looked like a 12-ounce margarita.
Like a can of Coke work the margarita? Yeah.
Yeah, which made me the first thing out of my mouth was how much is a pitcher? Because I've seen guys get pitchers here, and holy fuck, that
It
must
was
be
probably
like
$2 more. We asked the girl, it was like $2 more for a giant one, and they somehow sold me. It was so stupid. And then, like, my stomach was jacked for 2 days after eating that.
No, I was like the food was fine, but you got what did you get? You got something weird.
I just got, no, it's a chimney.
Oh
Just a
yeah, you
fucking
did.
deep fried burrito.
Yeah, I got a regular burrito and I was fine.
Oh, man. Okay. So, moving on from that. What were you playing, Aaron, on Friday?
Trying to remember.
Okay. Kenny, do you remember what you were playing?
I played Ista. That's what it was.
That's what it was. You dumb fuck. It was you. You were causing the problems.
Yeah.
You were the problem.
Don't make me laugh too much. I'm gonna fucking cough. uh, no, yeah, no, I played Ista. Yeah, now I remember. Um, yeah, I played Bale and Sarna in Ista, and I'm not a fan of Bale and Sarna. I don't know if I just need more game time with them, but I was not having a good time
Okay.
with them. I think that's probably why I was salty.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, did you?
I had an expectation, and they did not meet that expectation in my opinion.
I feel like we talked about him a little bit. Like, it seems like you can put almost any other model in their place and kind of do some of the same things. I don't know. They're in a weird spot.
I mean, they
So
did
you
some
played
fine things. It's just every time I was playing them, I was just like, if it would have been another model, I think it would have been fine.
or better.
Well, maybe not better, but I don't think that they are like my original opinion of the level 2 ability just being basically a griefing ability kind of holds true,
Hmm.
I think. Um, I do like the groin buster because I found that to be very efficient.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, I found myself in position like I found myself struggling with keeping Sarna with Bale because I was doing a lot of I'm going to charge way over here and Bale is not keeping up. Um, I just found myself in weird positions with him, and that's probably more about me than it is about them. But I just kept finding myself in like weird positions, and um, I just didn't like him that much. But we'll see. I'm gonna try him in different spots.
Okay. Aaron, do you remember what you played?
Yeah, I played some weird Tomas mix-up. Ended up not
When you say
really liking it all that
okay,
much.
when you say weird, why was it weird?
So I didn't want to just run all undead and demons into people playing / testing Yasmin. So it didn't
Hmm.
include your traditional, say, Mizuzi, Ankura, Fazil, Nephany stuff. It was just had a bunch of different uh, roles that didn't really care about if they
Hmm.
were into Tomas or not. So, uh, yeah, the synergies
Did you
weren't
learn
quite there.
anything?
That's what I learned.
Was there anything to be learned?
I don't know.
No Masuzi
I
sounds very
mean,
strange
you
to me.
had no
I,
Mazuzi, no Rakir, no Fazil, if I remember right.
I think Mizuzi was the only demon I
No,
had. I
you
think
had
I
Mazuzi.
had
You had
Mizuzi, but I didn't
Mazuzi.
have Fazil or
Okay.
Rakir. Correct. I didn't have any
Yeah,
assassins.
and I thought it was a horrible mistake.
Okay.
I think
There you
Rakir
go.
is.
I think Aaron's a fucking
Horrible.
idiot. Got it.
I
Okay.
Horrible.
I don't disagree.
I mean, trying it, yeah, but I think when I remember from that game is the first thing out of my mouth was like, no Rakir, man, that's bold. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know if I would do that ever. Um, even if he's banned, Rakir's just so good in Tomas. I don't know if you can ever just not take him.
Okay. I was playing what I said I wouldn't play anymore, which is Brelin. I wanted to actually try the goblins, or the goblins in their one of the affiliations that actually does something with them. Um, and it turns out that it doesn't make a difference whether it was goblins or anybody else. I'm going to switch them out and put in a different model for them. In fact, I really like, after we talked last week, to put the tank dwarf in there. It seems like it works really well. I'm trying to focus on something that's actually really good, or at least has all the tools that I want and enjoy playing with. I'll say that. Um, and it's basically Brelin, but it has a Rakir splash and maybe something other. I'm not sure what else is in there, but again, it's Brelin and they hit really fucking hard. But I like Rakir as like a backup, like I'm going to kill you so hard if you come close to me. And it played fun. It was fine. Are we getting closer to what we're going to be playing for LVO? I think I am. I'm tightening my list up for sure. I'm getting more serious.
No.
You're still just playing around?
Wild fucking West. Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny, I know you're not going, but if you were going, would it just be an Ista drop?
Uh, maybe. I mean, if I were going, I'd probably either go back to Tomas or Ista, one of the two.
Okay. Okay then. I do enjoy me some Krognar. I'm not sure what I'm doing messing with these Relin so much. I need to rethink my life. I'm not sure what's happening here. I actually like Yasmin quite a bit. I've been messing with her too, and oh my god,
Her and Barellin is just bonkers good.
she's just so silly. Okay. Hobby corner. I have just filled up my hopper with new models to paint. Aaron apparently puts them together, and I apparently have to then paint them. So that's how this process is going to work.
It's the way of the world.
And I am cheering you on from the sideline.
Aww.
Go guys, go. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle of painting things. I don't really have anything in front of me, so it's okay. And plus, I painted them so many times now. Most of these models, this will be my third or fourth time painting them, so I can get them done pretty quick, I think. And I just really enjoy having painted models in front of me, even if I have to paint them all. I don't know.
Do we want to talk about how for the first time ever, well, not the first time ever, but I did it at Adepticon, but for the second time ever, I had a fully painted warband.
I was looking on the table and I was trying to feel why it was so uncomfortable. And I was like, Kenny, look at this. Look at this. And he's like, what? And I'm like, everything is painted. And you're just like, yup, I know. Like, what the fuck do you mean you know?
I know it's a momentous occasion. It's fantastic.
It was pretty cool. You know what's really confusing is when I paint all the goblins and a person plays goblins into my goblins. That's what happened with Parker. So it was very hard to keep track of which goblins were which.
Yeah, I don't know
And
why
then,
you didn't like paint them a little bit different color. Like you did it on the other like Ramona, but you didn't do it with the goblins.
no, because I like the way they looked. I just enjoyed that, and you had said
Fair.
that you wanted yours different, so I painted it different. But yeah, they were goblins fighting each other was also stupid. By the way, they're just swinging and swinging and swinging, and like not they were just fighting each other. It was really weird.
I steal your Vorpal. Okay, I steal your Vorpal.
Something like that happened. Yes. Um. All right. So, Aaron, you had a topic for us today.
Yeah, I wanted to do a different kind of year in review than what you did.
Okay, because I did it wrong.
No, no, you did
Oh,
our
okay.
year of gaming, right? But I just wanted to
Oh,
do
okay.
kind of a retrospective 2024 look back, which almost coincides with yours, but just ask a couple different questions.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so first question, 2024 saw what I think was 12 model releases. Which one was your favorite?
Favorite, as in, so that's just favorite. That's not which one was the best. Which
No,
one
no, no. This is a
stupid.
personal. This is not highbrow competitive.
Okay.
This is just if you could have one model be re-released, not in an alt sculpt or whatnot, but which release did you find
Mm-hmm.
your favorite for whatever reason?
I'll go first on that then. Um, I really like Zaffin. He's not my favorite looking model, but he was the range model that I need in my life. Some people are very, very good with the elf, and some are good with a shell, I guess. I haven't really seen it. I'm just assuming. But Zaffin does all the work of the range model that someone like myself, who just wants to point and click and kill things, works out awesome. He always works out. He does his job. And for me, it was just a perfect model release. I really like that.
Okay, Kenny.
Um, because what was it? The last or the first model would have been what Abathus. Like that was the first model release when we started.
I think so. It was Abathus, and then the dwarf chick.
Well, I mean, from there, I'm. It's
You remember?
probably
Okay, you got it.
Ramona. Ramona's probably been my favorite models that's come out that
Ugh.
I've actually played.
Okay.
Because the other models that when they came out, I didn't put them on the table really. It was, I think
Yeah.
Nephity and Ramona were like the two that I dropped when they first came out. The other models that I've kind of, and I think actually Sharn. But I had the most fun playing Ramona, and probably the second most fun playing probably Victor. But I didn't even
Ooh,
play
I
much
forgot
of.
Victor.
I didn't play much of Victor when he first came out. When he got nerfed is when I played him, and I had a lot of fun with him. Even with him being nerfed, I had a lot of fun with him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably Ramona.
It's because you enjoy the grief style of play. Is that why?
Well, I mean, I enjoy the undead style of play, but undead in this game is kind of like not great.
Yeah,
Um, so taking more than one undead model, while I'm interested to try it, I'm also terrified to try it. Um,
I hear you.
but I really liked her play style of what she was doing. Um, and I felt like right off the bat, like I understood exactly what she was supposed to do, and I felt really good about it.
Okay, Aaron.
Mine's gonna be Kvarto.
Ugh.
Has nothing to do with the rules. It has everything to do with the model. So, of all the models released, he's the one that actually looks good on the table. He's not puny. The opposite of that, in fact.
That's a fact.
He, is the perfect level of disgusting and brutish.
Hmm.
Um, And I got to sit down with Reiner and actually go through a lot of different painting concepts while I was painting that model. So, of all the models, I like Capardo the best.
Because you're a power gamer.
Yeah, it's only the best model that has come out.
That's what it is. You know it is.
Mm.
He just he all that stuff he just said was like fluff, 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 and really what he meant was rules.
All I heard was that he gave Cavardo a verbal blowjob.
So we're going
Oh,
to skip
yeah.
ahead to your least favorite model, and I'm going to go
Oh.
first, and it's also going to be Capardo because of everything you guys are saying.
Oh, double dip.
The rules
Okay.
on that model need to not exist. Period.
The originality
fucking
of
dot.
this guy.
I like it though.
I'm going to
it's
go
good.
the opposite direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking Yasmin, just dying of fire.
Oof. She
Like-
won't though. You can't light her on
No,
fire.
she won't. That's the irony here. Like,
Oh.
die of poisonous fire. Oh, no, you can't. It's impossible. Like, talk about a model that doesn't need all the rules on the like in the game outside of, like, what, 2? She doesn't have dash.
Mhm.
That's, like, the only thing she doesn't have. And steady. Sorry. Forgot about that one. Like,
That's
everything else
unfortunate. Yeah.
she's
Makes her
got.
weak.
It's just like, get the fuck out of here. It's just too much. I think she's actually stronger than Cavardo, but
Wow. Bold.
yep, that is a bold statement, and I'm gonna stand by it.
I'm gonna go with the least. To me, is Abathis. Like that model is just so weird and complicated, and just it's even weird and complicated to look at it. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and then we read a little thing about it, and it's got gems or it's got some sort of crystal in its ass. It's just fucking weird.
See, I can't hate on Abathis because he won me a Zaffin.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll never
okay.
forget.
I'll never forget that day. Yeah, so mine's Abathis. I just don't dig it at all. None of it. Next.
Do you have a favorite gaming moment from 2024? Specific to Judgment.
We may need a minute. Do you have one, Aaron?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Oh God.
I'm lobbing questions, not hitting them.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
So
Favorite
you
gaming
asked a
moment.
question that you don't even have an answer to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly, you've never been a teacher, Kenny.
Fact,
No.
you have a sheet.
Hmm.
I think it's several moments wadded into one. It's every time Aaron tells a lie and then we catch him in it. That's every gaming moment that I enjoy just more than the next. Now that's a cop out. I'll think of something better, but boy, that just feels good.
It's hard to beat every time Aaron lies about something. Elixir of Life was probably the best when he used it against me, and I had to stop the game. And in the middle of the game, I had to yell to a different table Jeremy was on. I'm like, "This motherfucker used Elixir of Life. This is bullshit." And I punched the table like, "This is ridiculous shenanigans. I declare chicanery. This is over."
Okay, I know mine.
I already know mine, but
So my favorite time gaming moment was when we did our first draft and then played the models, and I got to fuck with Zavera for like 2 weeks straight, and I got addicted to the Powa. But I really liked that. That was so much fun doing the draft live on air and all that. That was cool.
yeah, that was really fun. That's a good one.
What was yours? Kenny?
Mine was beating Aaron in the finals of the last online league.
God, that hurts.
Touchdown.
That stings, man. Touchdown.
I got the double dip on that one. Just anger Aaron. Just poke the bear.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best moments. He is so mad.
Don't worry, Aaron. Right after this, you've got Path of Exile.
He was
Oh God,
he
Path
was
of Exile.
he
is
was
just
so
waiting
mad.
for you.
Called it one of the worst games ever.
Yeah, absolutely, it was.
Oh my god.
Everybody that watched it was bored out of their mind.
I was bored out of my mind. That was terrible. I'm like, is
Yeah.
anyone gonna die? Oh, one model died. Congrats. Good job on
One
that.
model died, and it was my model, I think, wasn't it?
I think so. I think I lost that game without losing the model.
Yeah, fairly certain that that's what happened.
Thanks for bringing
That's
that
what
up
made
again.
it
I appreciate
Riveting.
that.
That's what made it
Riveting.
ever so sweeter.
Oh my god.
It was the fountain of youth for me. It was the nectar of life. Pure
Uh,
ambrosia.
that's what you get for not checking these questions before asking. All right, Aaron, what's yours?
I don't have one. We're gonna move on. Nope.
What? He's
Having played the game for
Each?
a year, what is your favorite race?
Oh my god.
Mine's clearly undead.
Okay, mine is orc. I love me some orcs.
That doesn't shock me at all.
You know me so well. What can I say?
Yeah, if it's an orc or a goblin, you're down on your knees.
I don't love the goblins in this game, but I do like the orcs a lot.
You love orcs in general. Usually they go together.
Gosh. The undead are pretty sweet. I mean, I hate the rule set, but I just think their models are really cool. I think that some of the things they can do is really cool. I just wish that they didn't have that stupid undead rule. But yeah, I like the undead as well. They're pretty neat looking. Creepy. Sub question of that question.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite model of the favorite race?
Sharn.
Really?
No, let me think about it. Sharn was going to be my.
That shocks me.
Sharn was in strong consideration for my favorite model of the year. Favorite model. I mean, it might have to be Lugdrug. I really like his shield.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's just kind of a badass, right? Like, he looks exactly as he plays.
Yeah. So we'll go with Lugdrug as the favorite orc in the game right now.
I'll let you go. I'm not going to take yours, Kenny. Go ahead.
Oh, motherfucking Fazil.
Yeah.
The best looking model in the entire game.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, you can't argue that. Fazil is the best looking model in the game. I'll fight you. You can't. What is better? What is better than Fazil?
A reasonable sized model. I mean, his tiny horse is like the one.
Tiny horse.
It's like the one on Shrek. He's got a tiny ass horse and this big ass dude.
I mean,
what universe is he from?
It's the horse doesn't have any fat. It's undead. It's an undead horse.
That's true. It's half the size of a regular horse. I got it. Oh my god. I really like them. I love that model. I love painting the blues. It just is a really nice model on the tabletop, and I wish I could use his rules better. For some reason, I'm just stupid most of the time with that model. But that's fine. It just is a really cool model anyway.
I agree. I like Zims.
He's got a sigh, man. I mean, how do you beat that?
Or a staff. Depends how you did it. But yeah.
He does have a glowy staff, yeah.
With an undead horse and a fucking sword to chop heads off.
But yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'd give it to you. He's all right. It's one of my... Yeah, he's cool. Okay, next question. Are you ready to come back and talk about your favorite game yet? Or you just don't have good games because you don't like people?
No, my problem is I have dementia.
He's got selective memory loss.
You have nothing close to mine. All right, look, I can do something, then immediately forget it.
I feel like we all do that. I couldn't remember anything about Friday until you started talking about it.
Yeah, mine's more long term, but
yeah.
I mean, my favorite moment might actually be Kenny's game against Walkie and Adepticon.
I don't
Kenny's
remember the deal
oh
with that. What was that?
I've never
depression.
seen a man so demoralized after a game in my life. Like, I've
He
seen people that
fucking
are pissed off and people who are, tilting and whatnot, but Kenny
Hmm.
looked like he actually needed to contemplate suicide for a day and a half after he
I
got done with
I
that
wasn't
game.
even angry. I
I
was
know, right?
dejected. I was depressed. I was like, the entire weekend is ruined on the first night.
Oh man.
I felt all types of way about it. I think I even apologized after him. I'm sorry that was A, not competitive, B, that I just was like, if there was rope and a drain pipe right here, I'd have strung myself up on it. It was like, it's fucking awful.
Oh no.
So,
It was
Wonky, I'm going to
bad.
need you to repeat that in 2025 if you can, please.
I mean, it probably wouldn't take much. I just know that was full on, like,
I did.
he stomped
I,
on my testicles.
I do remember that because I seen what was going on. I walk over to Aaron. I'm like, dude, Kenny's getting railed.
Oh, I got dog walked behind the woodshed. Fucking, I mean, about as worse a game as I could have played ever. I think. And he just kicked the
You need
ever
to
loving
blow your
shit out of
whistle.
me. Yeah, yeah.
Blow, blow your whistle. Get out your mace.
Yeah, he kicked the ever loving shit out of me.
Close second would be Parker finally losing 2 games in a row, aka
Yeah, I mean
the
that.
unthinkable.
I'm
he
surprised he
looked.
came back.
Did he look as dejected as I felt? Because he did. To me,
No,
he was like,
he looked astonished. He was not dejected. He was just
oh,
Astonished.
He was completely flabbergasted. He's like, I don't understand the universe right now.
I think it
Yep.
might have been the way he lost those 2 games because I'm pretty sure he got his ass kicked like hard both of them. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it
he
was
does get
pretty
like that,
bad.
doesn't he? Huh. I guess I can lose. Add that up again. Are we sure?
So what I've learned in this Yuletide era is that we all take our jollies from everyone else getting beat down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
I
that
mean,
new or
I don't
isn't that
think
what
so,
friendship's
no.
all about?
Yeah.
because the first thing that happens is one person will get beat and they're like, "Fuck, well, let me go watch someone else getting beat too."
Yeah,
Or if you get beat and then I don't get beat, then that definitely is better. So yeah, there's, it's fine.
I feel like
That's how it
initially I'll be
works.
like, man, tough loss, and then as soon as that sets for I don't know 15 seconds, I'm like, but man, you sure did get your fucking ass kicked. You remember that right there? Remember that right there? Remember that over
Yeah.
there? Remember that over there?
What were you even doing?
Yeah, you dumb fuck. Why'd you do that?
Oh my god. That's why your guys' game was so boring when you guys played each other. There wasn't any of that. It was just
No, it was.
a slow grind to 0. Like,
I mean, all I know is I felt really good about it.
oh my god.
Best game I've ever played.
Mercy.
That's what Aaron asked for at the end of that game.
Was there an interaction this year that happened with like a model combination or whatever that surprised you or
I don't want to talk about it again.
that you saw happen?
What did I miss? What?
I don't even know what you're talking
Oh
about,
my
but it's
God.
awesome and you need to talk about it.
A model
combination?
interaction that surprised me. Yes. We're once again going
Okay.
to involve the infamous Kenneth Lyle.
Hmm.
And my
heard
favorite
of
model
my-
/ most hated model release of the year, Cavardo. Who
Uh-oh.
starts his
Oh,
activation
yeah, I remember now.
on 2 health, being gangbanged by 3 of my models, and somehow,
Ooh.
through the bullshit that is
Not nimble and fly. That's for fucking sure.
no, see, dimension moment. There's a rule. Point blank through the bullshit that is point blank. Decides that he's going to do like 8 damage. Put 2 people on fire. Completely escape the 3 people who are pinning him to the ground and recall to his effigy.
I mean, that's a little hyperbolic because I didn't do 8 damage and like 2 people on fire and push out. I can't do all of those things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I think it
yeah, you
was
can.
I got the 3 Js to push or 2 Js to push out while
Oh,
still
that's
doing
right. You
4
only put
damage.
8 damage, one person on fire,
I
and
got
a
one person
recall.
on fire, pushed twice to get out of the gangbang, and then I recalled because I was playing Kragnar.
Yep.
Push, Krognar. Yeah. That seems fine.
Well,
Push, light on
he
fire.
got all the pushes needed on the first one though. Like,
Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I'm just standing here. I guess I'll throw another shot.
I guess I'll
So I
shoot
threw
again.
another
Take
so
4
I
damage
shot
and fire.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I lit a model on fire, and then I laughed as I picked my model up and went, recall! It just stuck
It
him on my
was
effigy.
the most Houdini act I've seen in the game. Period. Dot.
Yeah.
I
That does
thought
sound
it
like
was
one of those
amazing
where
and
you're like,
hilarious.
I've got this. I don't have to worry about that model.
Oh, I have a second place finisher here.
Okay.
One of
your
my
second place.
earlier games against Guns online, and he loves him some Rakir, and I let him play Rakir because he's got to be nice once in a while.
You're just a nice guy.
Yeah,
In
sometimes.
general.
And he's just like, oh, what if I pop through a portal here and then I charge your Zanya? And I was like, okay, like whatever, do some damage, I don't care. He's like, oh, look at that, 2 damage and poison, or 3 damage and poison. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he decides to roll toxins because he's only level 1, doesn't have escape. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna eat you for lunch when you're done with this. And he's just like, okay, what if I roll boxcars? I'm like, well, fuck. So he, with one attack, removed my Zanya, full health, unactivated Zanya from the table, and was just standing there like I'm a god. And I'm like, I guess you are. So yeah, watching Rakir run around to Zanya with a boxcars on toxins when she had exactly 12 health left. Yeah, that was a moment.
I mean, I would love to one-up you. I did that to Josh against Thrommel with boxcars. That was at Warfare. I was like, oh, this was great. And we were both laughing. That was the free-for-all game. So,
Why do I feel like there's like infinite numbers of stories of how Rakir fucked somebody so hard? Like, because I'm thinking of one as well where I did, oh my God, what was it? It was like 17 damage or something. It was so stupid. For no reason at all. Yeah, the Rakir stories are just dumb. I mean, Aaron did that. Aaron's been doing the turn 1 thing where he can fucking toxin you and then retoxin.
Yeah, because he did that to me with Skull, where the only reason Skull survived was because I was playing Kragnar and he had 22 health. Because he charged me, toxined, poisoned me round 1, toxined me, and did like 10 damage. And then I'm like,
Prio or whatever?
Yeah, because he had Prio, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and pop my effigy power, because holy fuck, like, I'm going to lose Skull turn 2, top of 2.
Another model that has freaked me out and like I've learned a lot from is Fazil. When he gets to level 3, gets in the middle of all your shit and can't die basically, and then starts tendriling and then heals himself all the way back up. That was a shocking moment.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, he becomes a bucket of health. And a lot of people sleep on that level 3, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, being able to do what, 2 to everybody, and then everybody who's 2/2, he gains it up or whatever. Gains it back in health.
I think he does what, 2 true damage with everybody within like 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not, I don't know, it's not everybody. It's like D3 plus 1, but actually, but when it happens, I mean, and then he heals it. So if there's 3 models standing there, if he gets 3 models, he heals 6. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's 1 AP and a Fate.
Well, how about Ramona coming out and doing Ramona things?
Oh, fucking.
Nothing's done anything like that.
No.
Like, walking up and we all had to learn what happens when the soul explodes and you get a Fate and a level, and then she can spin the Fate like automatically to become basically untouchable.
Oh, I was day 1 on that. I think it was like, what was it? Ramona had been out not even a couple of days when we had that tournament. And the first active, or like the the third or fourth activation of round two, or turn of round one, I did it against Ryan, and it totally rebooted
Mhm.
Ryan's brain. Like, and then
I
I did it
mean,
again did I do it to Parker? Or no, I did it to Gar. Round three, I did it to Gar to win the tournament, and he was like,
uh-huh.
"I don't even know what the fuck is happening," and I'm like, "Well, welcome to Ramona. Like, welcome to the
Yeah, that's
brave new
a
world."
tough one. Thank God that she's not the new hot model right now, because I was getting very sick of that. So it seemed like everybody was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as long as Isabel's out there with Soul Harvest 5 running around, I don't feel bad when I was Ramonaing
No,
people.
in building lists, I mean, you definitely have to sacrifice to put that model in there, because it is a utility kind of model. Like it's not going to win a game by itself, but it will definitely stall your opponent long enough for you to win. I see that for sure.
Oh yeah.
What has been your go-to model this year?
Um,
Maybe not your favorite, but the model that just always finds itself in a list.
oh, that's a good question. Um, I feel like I've been playing with Skull and Cruel a lot here lately. Um,
You have been doing a lot of Skull.
yeah, I don't have him in my Torn list that I've been messing around with, but
It's probably a mistake.
no, I think I like Thrommel in that spot a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, probably Skull because he's been in a lot of my lists. I had him in the Gruul list for a minute. I've had him in the Bruellen and the Kragnar list. Um, and I played a lot of those here recently, so
hmm I think the easy answer for me would be Zaffin, because he definitely goes in pretty much every list I play.
yeah, I've made it a point to of not play Zaffin a lot. If you've noticed, I don't have Zaffin in any of my lists right
Yeah.
now. Because I'm trying to just like figure out what I'm doing with that with like my range pieces. I've been using Alandir a lot here lately with that.
Yeah.
So
Aaron, we're talking go-to model. Not favorite model, but what's a model that finds itself in your list all the time? Like it's just your go-to, like it's a happy spot. If you say Cavardo, you're wrong. Don't do that.
Okay.
Cavardo?
I mean, it is the correct answer, but
Because is Cavardo's in pretty much every one of your lists, right? Regardless of what you're playing.
you are correct. He is the only model that
Yeah.
goes in every single list, no matter what. He is an auto include, regardless of God.
Okay. I mean that's fair.
He's really the only one.
Kenny's
There are
was
strong arguments for other people,
yeah,
but like my second would probably be Maltique. She does not make every
yeah.
list, but I am never sad to put her in a list, and she makes a lot of them.
Mine is Zaffin.
Yeah.
Second place would be probably Cruel. I'm finding both of those models are really bad for getting banned. So being that they're such a staple to what you're trying to do, I fucking hate that. So I guess that's the battle I'm in right now is like, which one's more important? What can I get in there that's more bannable maybe? I don't know.
I
Because
guess next
it's a
year I need to
pain in the ass.
focus. I need to focus on putting Fazil in every list.
Why?
I don't know, because he's just cool. Like
Hmm.
He's
why?
just cool, bruh.
Why
He's just
not?
cool, bruh.
Why
You know,
not?
why not?
I get to play with my Horseman of Death every
That's
game.
true.
Put him on Insta.
Okay.
Fuck it. What's worst gonna
Even
happen? He heals himself. Fuck it. He don't need to get healing from other people.
I mean, there's a whole discussion on that we haven't talked about yet, which is the why God, why, when, who cares God, whatever. Um, yeah. What was the next one you wanted to go over, Aaron?
I didn't have a next one.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
That's all the questions.
Sorry, I didn't have 47.
Oh, well,
Would you like to contribute to this discussion, Kenny?
No,
I mean,
not really.
Okay.
Does that do it for you? Was that the answer you were looking for?
I wasn't looking for any answer at all.
so we'll go with favorite times Kenny lost a game.
Sweet.
That aren't Adepticon to
All of 'em.
Wonky. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to
Answer
go with that
already.
again. That was an
Oh,
easy
well,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Second place
yeah.
anytime I was playing against him.
Ooh. Kenny is our favorite second place / fourth place player of any tournament.
I feel like I don't get that distinction in Judgment. MCP, I'll take second place all day. You'd almost pencil me in at second place. No, third. It's third place. I'll go to
I was
top.
say it's either third or fourth.
I'll go to
because you
top
will-
table and then I'll get third. That seemed to happen. What? How many times? Like 6, 7.
Just because you beat up on all the noobs and then get a chance at the big chair, that's nobody's fault but your own.
Do you hear that, everybody that played at MCP? Jeremy called you a noob. I think Jeremy was the
whatever. Deal
victim of like 2 or 3 of those tournaments.
All I do in MCP is be a victim anymore. Like I just line it up and hey, it's not my fault if you lose to me, for sure.
I seem to remember a first round exit for Jeremy with Brotherhood. You remember that?
No.
Where I was looking at Conquest the whole time as I was whooping that ass up and down the street.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah, that was fucking stupid. Piece of shit. That was so stupid. Oh my god. That's when you fucking killed Magneto on turn 1 and then fucking actually KO'd him on turn 2.
Yeah, and the whole time you were like, hey, pay attention as I'm staring at big giant dinosaurs on the table behind me. Yeah, you got like 8% of my thought process there.
God damn, that's respectable, honestly. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's move on. Let's review a model. We will go over it fairly quickly because it's not a new model. Actually, it's part of the new model squad. We could have picked him for new models.
Mm-hmm.
Let's review some Hoxa.
Okay, talking about an Orc Shaman. Mel 6, Magic 7. Agi 4, Res 1, Soul Harvest 4. So that's altogether a very interesting stat block. He has the tank Soul Harvest without the tank Res, and he has the support magic ability. We'll see how that all kind of works out. 16, 17, 19, Ista, and Tauren. He has a staff. The most interesting thing about the staff is it's reach 2. He's also got a Hex Bolt, which is reach 5, which tells me he's a primary magic damage dealer. But his damage grid on the Hex Bolt is only 1, 2, 3, whereas his staff is the more normal 2, 3, 4. His Hex Bolt.
So far, he sounds terrible.
No, yeah, pretty bad. His Hex Bolt comes with a maneuver. For only one side, enemy damaged by the Hex Bolt attack suffers Curse. He does, however, come with 3 active abilities level 1. 2 of them involve placing idols. One's a healing and one's a voodoo. The healing idol heals everyone D3 when they start their activation when they do hexes of it, including Hoxa at the start of his next activation, if you like. And the voodoo idol, when an enemy ends an advance or a charge within 2 X's of the icon, action is interrupted and the voodoo idol goes off and they take D6 damage. Not true damage, just damage. You can never remove your own voodoo idol, and you can only have 2 in play at the same time. So if you play 2 in a bad location, they're just stuck there the rest of the game. He also has a so-so active ability called Equilibrium.
Ugh, I just threw up.
Yeah. For an AP and a Fate, which is clearly overcosted. Within 2 hexes, target enemy suffers D3 plus 2 true damage. Then, you can target a friendly model with 2 hexes to heal for that same amount. So that seems pretty cool. Not bad, maybe.
I believe Kenny thinks this one is underpowered.
Yeah, you're right. It needs a buff.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so your level 1 Hoxa is running around putting down idols and equilibriuming at opportune moments. The staff being reached 2 is amazing because it allows you to tap some monsters that couldn't otherwise be tapped based on the current maps and potentially push them closer toward your team to allow them to charge in. It is only Mel 6, so he is definitely not a melee bruiser getting up and in there. So if you want someone who's going to do a bunch of melee damage, he's not that person. There's no dual wield. He doesn't crit for 5, and his Mel's only 6. So you really have to lean into his abilities, right? The idols and the equilibrium.
Yeah, equilibrium does the damage.
At least level 1. Yep. Level 2, he gains a resistance idol. This is pretty cool. Which is absolutely horribly worded because what this idol does not do is give your models resistance. What it does do is give them immunity to a chosen condition.
That is so weird.
Yep.
Oh my god.
This is really great into certain warbands who like to put everyone on fire, or if you have Rakir who's going to walk up and poison you, you just pop down a poison resistant idol and are like, you've got to push my guys out of it first. Good luck. Level 3, Shatter. For 2 fate. Target enemy within 4 hexes. You get to destroy a magical artifact equipped to that model. Shatter costs 1 less fate for each soul bound to Hoxa, so it could potentially be free if he's got 2 souls.
Have you seen that done?
I, in fact,
yes.
Had an opportunity to do it for 0 fate in my last game against Robbie and forgot to do so because I'm not used to doing it.
Robbie did it to me.
Yeah.
Twice in one game.
I've never had it done or seen it done.
Yeah. Had the opportunity and passed on it.
You blew it.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
So I think we're mostly correct in saying that Hoxa really revolves around his level 1. He's not someone who you're going to give a level 2 to, or at least prioritize that level 2. Because these level 1 8 abilities, the double idol and equilibrium, really encapsulate what he's supposed to be doing. Agree or disagree?
I mostly agree.
I agree. He's also, not enough can be said for Agi 4 Res 1 models. That stat in itself can carry models.
It's pretty good.
Yep. I don't know if we need to say anything else about. For the sake of
so the idols
about the stat line.
No, about the model if we go into rating them, but we should just in case people are.
I mean, he's got higher than average health
Mm-hmm.
while having agility 4, res 1, and soul harvest 4. His stat lines are fantastic. He's got
just a shell. He's got a fantastic shell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a really good shell. I mean, he's got the same shell that Cavardo has, which we talked about before, which makes Cavardo, I'd say, that much better. Good agility, res 1, and a real good health pool.
Yep. Talking about some not gotchas, but interesting interactions with his idols. If a monster would move 0 because they're already engaged with you, they still count as having advanced and therefore will set off the voodoo idol because you can advance 0. It's a number. I have definitely done not death damage to a monster, pushed it away from me, and watched them walk into the voodoo idol during the hunter phase. And since they're next to me when they die, Hoxa will automatically get the level, and whoever is next to the monster will get the fate and ability to shop. So
That's
using
interesting.
voodoo idols to kill monsters is one of my favorite pastimes with Hoxa. It's amazing. Especially if you can like double do it. Like take 2d6 damage, Dorg. Like, I don't even care if you're full health.
I do think that the first turn, like move a couple times voodoo idol next to a shrine, is really a kick in the nuts. like
Or Soul
especially if you
Pit.
don't have a lot of res, or a Soul Pit. Yeah, just being able to do the random D6 damage when, you know, if they have res, it's not usually that big of a deal. But if you don't have res, that could just be 6 points of damage chunked on you. It's pretty bad.
I mean, even with res, it could be 4. I mean, it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
Nope. I definitely. So I used Hox. I was playing Hox in the U.S. League, and against my most recent game with Riker, just put down a random idol. Didn't have anything else really to do. I needed to reposition, so I double moved and put down an idol. And he charged him with Thorgar. I did 6 damage. All of a sudden, this Thorgar is
vulnerable.
He enters into the killable range where he wasn't before. He actually took Glyph of Warding when he killed me and leveled up, or he killed the monster, and it took me forever to actually kill him. But it would not have been possible without the 6 damage from the voodoo.
Yeah, that damage idol is something. It really makes you think. It causes at least your opponent to check what's going on and think about it, which is something in itself. I mean, it's a brain tax.
Yep. Healing idol can obviously be situationally great, but it's D3, so it's never going to blow the socks off of anything. It can just kind of contribute. If you don't have anything better to do, putting on a healing idol is obviously a good thing to do. But I don't think
a nice trickle heal.
Yep. It is not hyperbole to say that Hox is probably defined by equilibrium.
I've never seen it done.
Equilibrium, and I think Baleful Hex is like the two things. Being able to reach out from range or from reach 5, and all you need is one combat maneuver to drop a curse onto a model that's standing by a soul pit. That's like a soul gazer trying to soul harvest, or a model that like you're about to kill one of my models, and you have this other model to activate, and if I just walk up and curse that model, you kill my model for nothing. I think people sleep on Baleful Hex.
Okay, I am a sleeper on Baleful Hex. I think Curse is the worst condition in the game, unless you are specifically leveraging it in a Abathus type warband. If we're just talking about which condition am I going to give to someone, without synergies, like Curse is by far the worst.
Yeah, I mean, but I've used it, like when I was playing Hoxa, I used it like on an opponent Zanja. Like, I'm going to double walk and then shoot your Zanja. Okay, I got the side. You're cursed. Your Zanja charges in and kills one of my models. Okay.
And they didn't have one fate to spare to just shake it?
It was early game. They didn't at that time.
Okay.
They were.
So that's the one situation I will agree with you.
Yeah. They were softening models up to kill with Zanja, like charge him with Zanja with second wind and kill and then teleport out. I'm like, well, what if I just wait for you to spend your fate for something else, and then I walk up and curse your model?
Okay, I will agree. If your opponent cannot cleanse it, curse can be debilitating.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, how much do we want to talk about equilibrium? I mean, I know we've talked about this ability in the past. And personally, it's the second best ability in the game.
The first being Cavardo's move?
The first being what?
Cavardo's move.
Absolutely.
Telekinesis.
TK followed by equilibrium. Yeah, AP and a Fate to do on average an 8 damage swing, i.e. deal 4 damage, heal 4 damage, is insane. And it's diceless. That's the key. It's diceless. Well, okay, relatively diceless damage because you're going to D3 plus true. So a minimum of a 6 damage swing up to a 10.
It's pretty brutal.
When 10 happens, it's fucking awful. It feels terrible. It's a feels bad moment.
Are there ways?
If we start ratings right now, it's a 10. Like this one's
a 10. It's a 10.
And I don't rate shit as 10s.
I don't know if we want to talk about ways to quote unquote fix it or just kind of. I don't really want to. I just want to.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, I think we all think it's overtuned, and we're hoping it gets nerfed in the next season. But we'll see what comes about. Already kind of talked about level 2 and level 3. Want to go through and hit some ratings?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, Balefire Hex for me gets a 4.
I'm at I want to say a 7, even though you can cleanse it with fate. Making your opponent spend that fate doing that is also fairly good. I just think a one side combat maneuver on any attack is phenomenal. I don't care what it is. It's automatically a 6, and I think this one probably 6.5. But I think they're mostly 7s.
Okay.
It feels very corner case. Like, I'm going to give this a 3. I think you'd be better off dropping an idol or something like that. I don't see it.
Okay, Healing Idol. For me, this gets a 5.
I'm also at a 5. Being able to place it 2 hexes away, and then models within 2, so it's got a pretty good reach on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with a 6. I think it's a little better than a 5. I mean,
Okay.
it's repairing damage. Like, it's repairing work for essentially free. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you convinced me. I don't know why I was so low on it. It should probably be a 7 because it's fucking healing and more healing, more healing with more healing with more healing. Because I remember seeing a model. I actually, yeah. Now I remember watching somebody put a fucking healing idol down, equilibrium to heal the model that's getting ready to activate, and then that model activates, and then Fate heals, then heals D3, and it already healed like I think it was 4. Like, yeah, whatever. It's higher than that. I was wrong.
Okay. I just think it is
Perfect.
Situationally great. The more I've used Toxa, I will generally put down a healing idol a game, but it's not like I'm putting it down and healing my team for 10. I mean, there's lots of conditions about the range restriction. If you have a model low on health you want to heal, and it's Hoxa's turn, and he's not equilibrium, he's putting on healing idol. It's going to heal them on a future turn, and if your opponent just kills them, they get like 0 benefit. Anyway, without rehashing it too much, that's why I'm not quite as high. Voodoo Idol, it gets a 7. I love it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to disagree. It's probably also a 7.
7.
Equilibrium is a 10. Any disagreement?
10.
10.
Fucking
with
10.
A bullet.
Resistance Idol for me gets a 5. I love the fact that it's very thematic with Hoxa. Like, idols are what the dude does. It's situationally great, and I'm going to give it a 10 for appropriateness, given how powerful he is at level 1. He needs a not super powerful level 2, and this is perfect. It's a 5.
Yeah, it's hard for me to again disagree. I'd say it's a 5.
Oh God, I don't feel like it's a 5. I feel like it's more like a 3. But when it's either a 3 or an 8.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I'd say most of the time it's a 3.
Yeah, it is rare I put it out. I'll agree with you.
So the average of 3 and 8 would be.
Let me do some napkin math. 3.8.
I mean. Okay.
Moving on.
And I'm bad at
math. Level 3, Shatter. If I remember to use it, it'd be a lot higher. As it is, we're going to give it a 5 because I think it can be amazing. Just need to get Hoxa some levels and souls to use it more.
The one time it was used against me, it was one of the biggest NPEs I've ever been a part of. Robbie did it to me twice in one game, and he got rid of my fucking diamond armor on Mizuzu. And you want to talk about getting shell shocked? Because I don't remember exactly how it happened, but his Hoxa had a soul, was level 3. He's like, well, I'm going to spend a fate and get rid of your diamond armor. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. And I had to reread it like 3 fucking times. I'm like, well, this is fucking stupid. This is bullshit. And then it happened. And then he did it again to something else. The only reason I got talked down off the ledge from Robbie is because I beat him in that game. And he goes, well, it didn't
Of
help me win the
course.
game. I was like, true, but holy fuck,
True, but still mad.
that was awful. The feeling of those 2 turns when he did it to me, like this feels just fucking terrible. So I want to say it's a 7 because it reducing the fate cost for every soul that he has, and if he's going to be level 3, he probably has at least a soul on him. So really, it's a 1 fate cost ability. I feel like the amount of souls he has should not reduce the cost. That seems way too. That's where the bridge for me is.
Okay.
I think it's perfectly costed. I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's a 5.
Cool. Magic items or artifacts, rather. There's not a lot that absolutely scream Hoxa. Obviously, there are items that are good on everyone, but most other people want them more. So I often don't have Hoxa with items. What about you guys?
In Ista, Resto Potion's really good because he's gonna move somewhere and heal somebody 10. What else is he doing?
Or if you don't have somebody with an armor shredder, I mean, he does have reach and stuff. I mean, why not? But yeah, there's nothing. He doesn't need anything.
I mean, Glyph of
Nothing.
Warding is cute on him. Like when I was playing Ista, I'd put Glyph of Warding on him too. So then he's Res 2. He almost never dies then. Boots of Agility would probably be fine on him. I think you're looking at him with more defensive abilities than offensive.
Any particular warbands that he excels in?
I feel like he could go really anywhere. Like I think this model is more, or just as much as some of the other ones can go anywhere. I mean, he's Istatoran. He's really good in both of those. Tauren for the, hey, I'm going to use my EP turn, and I'm going to light somebody up with like an Alandir, and then I'm going to heal Alandir with Equilibrium. Or put down a healing idol so that it mitigates it a little bit. But I mean, is there a list that you would be like, that's a mistake? Would you think of any list that if he were in it, that'd be a mistake?
The only list that I feel needs their own god bottles is Bruellen.
See, I view Tauren and Bruellen, but probably more Tauren.
I mean, I think Tauren can definitely have some out of god models. You do not need 7 in god Tauren models. So Bruellen, every model that is going to be going in to get work done needs to be in Bruellen. Maybe -1. So again, I think you were correct with your first statement. He can go anywhere, literally anywhere, and not be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I would question the most about Bruellen. I think he fits just fine with any other type of warband construction. He can follow up your aggressors to come in and heal them afterwards. He can solo on a side very well because he's able to heal himself if he wants to. There's nothing he can't do. He just doesn't excel at anything. He's not going to, put people in the dirt better than your assassins. And his heal, other than the idol, is all fate-based, so he can be a little starved.
I thought he worked really well in the Tomas list. I mean, we were just, again, I think we were a little fate light, but his ability to be able to go in, chunk somebody, kill them, and then heal himself all the way back up from basically dead was really strong.
Yeah.
Cool. Hot or not?
So I'm looking at.
Go ahead.
I was like, I'm looking at the FAQ here. And this is one of my favorite questions I've ever read. How do models interact with Hox's idols? Who knows? What do you mean? Like, I don't.
Is the answer
idol
it
tokens.
Depends if they have the armor of petting pets?
Idol tokens merely act as markers. Models can move over them freely and advance the hex they occupy.
Yeah, they don't take up hexes and stuff.
No.
So my
your
continued rules question is: can you put an idol in a hex that contains a soul?
No. I think that's been asked and answered. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it's been answered. I just don't remember.
It just said it only acts as a marker, so
you
yes.
can't place a marker in an occupied area. I can't place an idol on Hox's location. It's an occupied hex.
Okay.
For the same reason why you can't place a bell. I'm pretty sure this has been asked with the bell. I can place the bell in an unoccupied hex, and then when I move it, it can go to an X that's occupied. I'm pretty sure this has been asked and answered.
Okay. All right, we won't get dug into that.
I mean, somebody that's listening can correct me if I'm wrong.
But is the smartest man alive ever
aggressively
wrong?
correct?
That's why I said you can. You can.
All right, hot or not? What do you think?
It's an 8. I really like this model. It's very dynamic. Everything about this model is great.
I mean, I like the model. At first, I didn't like it because I thought it standing on his staff was kind of cheesy, kind of lame. But the more I've looked at it, I like the idols more, to be honest. The idols look sweet to me.
I like the silhouette. Like, it has a different shape more than other models. I'm going to give it like a 6. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely a long way from the worst.
I don't think I gave it a rating. I'm going to say 7.
Okay.
Cool.
Anything else?
Cool. If you haven't put Hoxa in a list, I highly recommend you do so.
Yeah, he can go anywhere.
I wanted to do a quick, announcement or I'm not sure what you call it, but I'm just going to say this. You people who listen to this podcast and then come into our game stores and use this information against me, I'm fucking done with it. Don't come in there and auto-ban Cruel because we told you to auto-ban Cruel. Y'all need to fucking stop it. Let me do the things that I want to do. /rant over.
I feel like somebody's going to be they're probably going to feel very targeted at the end of that statement.
And it's Josh.
It's Josh. Is it Josh?
Josh is targeted. Half the time I'll be playing and goes, I'm not letting you do that because you guys said never let people do that. I'm like, you motherfucker, come on.
All that means is that he's paying attention.
Yeah. It was cracking me up because he's done it the last 2 times he's come in the store. He's directly quoted or used information that we have given to then fuck over somebody, particularly me. I'm like,
You should be proud of that. That we are teaching. We're students of the game. Something like that. Motivational speaking of something or other. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Right. Students of something. Do you have anything else to add?
You're an inspirational poster to Josh.
Aww. Wonderful. Well, hopefully everyone had a wonderful holiday week, and we will catch you next week. This has been Jeremy.
And this is Kenny. And this is Aaron. My favorite moments of Judgment have always been lying to people.